Liberals more likely to support increased military spending when framed as helping disadvantaged people achieve equality, less persuaded by appeals to patriotism. Political applications. George Lakoff, UC Berkeley linguistics professor, argues, Republicans have been more effective at reaching people through moral values. Democrats suffer from believing facts alone lead to persuasion. Progressives should make positive messages and avoid repeating opponents' frames. Lakoff's framing advice. When opponents say immigrants are, respond with immigrants are. Never say immigrants are not, as it reinforces the negative frame for environmental issues. Counter coal is with coal is. Avoid using the word not, as it makes you repeat your opponent's argument. Democrats should change terminology. Replace federal regulations with federal protections to appeal to conservative protection values. Replace taxes with investments in public resources to emphasize public benefits. Conclusion. Understanding different moral frameworks isn't shocking. Effective persuasion requires putting yourself in your audience's position. Framing arguments through the values of your audience increases chances of changing minds. 19. What really changes people? Personal experiences of change. The author reflects on what caused their shift from Republican family values to different viewpoints. Childhood observations of inequality between mother and housekeeper. Margie taught influential lessons. Hard work doesn't always pay. Margie earned little despite working hard. Being born into wealth provided advantages not earned through work. Money doesn't guarantee happiness. Margie seemed happier than the author's mother. These experiences emotionally primed the author to become liberal. Example of different change. Arthur Brooks. Brooks underwent opposite transformation. Liberal family to conservative Catholic. Two major conversions in Brooks' life. Religious conversion at 15 after visiting the shrine of Our Lady of Guadalupe. Political economic conversion after learning through education that capitalism helped billions escape poverty despite opposite political journeys. The author and Brooks share similar values. Insights on gradual change. Many people can't identify when or how their beliefs changed. Author's example. Gradually changing views on rent control after conversations with an economics professor. Change often occurs person by person or through media, like the Me Too movement. Research-based strategies for persuasion. Give something. People want to reciprocate when they receive gifts. Just ask. People underestimate how often direct requests work. Be humble. Qualifying statements makes listeners more receptive. Use names. Saying a person's name builds trust and affection. Build relationships with those holding different viewpoints. Make people explain their positions to expose flaws in reasoning. Use charts and graphs instead of text when possible. Inform people of social consensus to leverage conformity. Desires. Understand fears. Political beliefs often connect to fear responses. Conservatives react more strongly to physical threats. Manage friction. Create barriers to bad habits. Remove barriers to good ones. Be warm and friendly. People are more receptive to those they like. Avoid triggering emotional barriers that cause resistance. Target audience values. Connect behavior change to important aspects of identity. Show confident authority while maintaining humility. Never repeat falsehoods, even to debunk them. Seek small steps that require minimal effort to encourage action. Conclusion. Persuasion tactics come from evolving social science research. Understanding human nature is key to effective persuasion. Small actions can feel meaningful even if their large-scale impact is limited. Coda. Go forth. Detailed bullet summary of Coda. Go forth. The author read numerous studies on persuasion while writing this book. These studies scientifically confirmed what the author had observed through experience as an editor. Sometimes the volume of expert opinions on persuasion's difficulty left the author feeling demoralized. The author questioned whether their work in op-ed was worthwhile and if changing minds was possible. Alexander Coppock, a Yale political science assistant professor, conducted relevant research. Coppock studied whether op-eds had meaningful impact, which aligned with the author's concerns. His study used an online survey with thousands of participants divided into control and treated groups. Results showed those who read op-eds were more likely to agree with the author's perspective. Coppock noted they discovered people were influenced by op-eds but couldn't determine why. Both Republicans and Democrats were equally influenced, showing 5 to 10 percentage point shifts toward the author's view. The written treatment didn't cause radical changes, like switching political parties, but produced measurable, sustained effects. The author maintains faith in persuasion's power based on witnessing positive change throughout their life. The author views engagement with the world through writing or in-person interaction as fundamental to life itself. The concluding chapters aim to inspire confidence in readers to write and share their thoughts. The author finds satisfaction in organizing and sharing one's thoughts. The passage ends emphasizing our shared human experience and how words connect us in the most primal and profound way.